Hi everybody, it's Leona McNamara here from Spiritual Medium Readings with Leona, and also from the Facebook group, the Reading Circle. I just wanted to put together a short video here about getting names in mediumship, because it seems to be something that a lot of people struggle with. And the first piece of advice I would give is don't limit yourself. Don't put limits on your mediumship by even saying out loud, I never get names. You know, as soon as you do that, you're shutting down that intention and awareness to be able to receive names. Okay, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get names in your mediumship, just like you get every other piece of evidence that comes up. Okay, it's also not just first names. You can also get surnames, you can get village names, state names, pub names, street names, the names of hospitals. You could get the names of workplaces for spirit communicators. There's no reason why you can't get all of these. I've had all of these things come up in readings that I have done. Sometimes they might come in through a song. Like one time I heard the Rolling Stones song Ruby Tuesday, and the spirit communicator had worked in the restaurant Ruby Tuesdays. I might hear the song Me and Bobby McGee to get me to the name Bobby. There's a few different ways that I might get names, and our mediumship is so individual, and the spirit communicator is going to work in whatever is the easiest way they can get to you through your own references. These are just some examples of how I become aware of names when I'm doing a reading. Okay, you might also see a flower, and then when you drop into your clairsentience, realize that it's to do with the name, and that's how it's connected. For example, rose or lily or a violet, you know, so something like that, or even daisy, you know. You can get like street names as well by just kind of really feeling into them. You might become aware of, like, you know, Bell, and then, you know, just feel that it's to do with you and it's connected in some way as a street name or an area name. Okay, so, you know, just push yourself in your mediumship. There's no reason why you can't get all these things in your mediumship as well. Okay, a couple of other ways I get them is I might see it spelled out clearly in my mind's eye. I might hear the name. I might just pick up on the vibration that I kind of feel attached to a certain name. Another way could be that I might see a loved one of my own, and again, when I drop into the clairsentience, I'll know that I'm becoming aware of them to get me to get to that name. Okay, I would suggest against just giving an initial. If you're not getting the name clearly, that's okay. Just say to your sitter, it's not coming in quite clear, but that it feels like it might be a Brian or a Brendan or whatever it is you're becoming aware of. If you play it safe by just giving an initial, you know, most of us can connect to somebody with an initial in some way anyway, you know, and it's not going to have the same impact as giving the full name. So take the chance to give the full name. What's the worst that can happen anyway is that you might get a no, and it doesn't mean that you're necessarily wrong with that name. It could be that the sitter needs to go back and do some homework and then do some investigations to find out how that name connects, because it could be a grandaunt or a granduncle that they weren't even aware of. Okay, so it's about being brave and taking those chances in your mediumship and pushing yourselves, because the more you do that, the deeper you're going to get. Now, at the same time, having said that, if you don't paint your spirit communicator back to life and really bring their essence, you could come up with 10 family names that all come up that are spot on, and it's not really going to mean much at the end of the day if you haven't really brought their presence alive again to the sitter. But it is just something that you can work on to include in as part of your mediumship readings, you know. So just keep pushing yourselves out of your comfort zone and go for it. Okay.